Replacing a front crankshaft seal on this 2008 Ford Taurus. It's got the there's a 3.5 engine in here. I've already removed the front wheel. So the next thing I want to do is take off this plastic cover here. These fasteners that hold it on. 6 fasteners. Take those off and they'll allow me to access the Harmonic Balancer. And I'm going to be using the engine torque starter to remove the bolt. Okay, here is the bolt for the Harmonic Balancer. It's kind of rusty. Maybe I replaced the Harmonic Balancer. But I was able to get the bolt loose using a breaker bar and cranking the engine technique. So that's loose. Now I gotta remove the 2 serpentine belts. This one for the power steering pump. Up here, which is gonna be the hardest one to get off. And then there's the other one. This belt here had to be replaced also. That goes for the alternator. And that's the tensioner for it there. That was the easy one to get off. So I removed those 2 belts next. Okay, this is the Serpentine Tensioner. As you can see, the tensioner goes this way. You put a 3/8 wrench into this slot here, and you pull it toward the front of the car, and it releases the serpentine belt. But on this one, this tensioner was seized. It didn't go this way, so I had to cut the belt and unbolt it. I have to replace this serpentine tensioner. So, but that's the way it's supposed to work. Okay, now for the power steering belt. Here's the stretch belt tool in place. Again, turning clockwise. It should pop the belt off with a few cranks. But there it goes. The belt has been removed. Next step is to use a 3-jaw puller. I'm going to be removing this harmonic balancer. Gotta loosen that nut again. It tightened just a little bit when I was taking off the serpentine belt, and then use the jaw puller. It's gonna pull the balancer right off. Okay, this is the setup to loosen the crankshaft bolt. I used a strap to hold the crankshaft still, and then use my wrench with I use an extension with a socket on there to get the leverage on it. Turn it counterclockwise while holding the strap so the crankshaft doesn't turn. It didn't take much effort, but with the leverage I had, and it loosened the bolt up. But that's how I did that. Taking the bolt out now. So here's the bolt and washer. Crankshaft. Now I'm going to use a 3-jaw plier puller and set it up so I can remove the crankshaft pulley. Okay, this is how I have it rigged up. You see I got a socket, 18mm socket on this bolt, on the crankshaft bolt. That's just to hold it, the tooth still, because it kept slipping off. I know it's at an angle, but when you turn the ratchet, the bolt turns and moves up. But slowly it's coming off of there. It's moving. So I'm going to keep turning and I'll update you once I get the pulley off. Okay, so there it is. I had to put a wrench about right here to keep the crankshaft from turning while I was taking it off. It's on there really tight, but I got it loose and it's off now. Taking off the tool. Just pull out the harmonic balancer. And here's the seal right here. So I'm gonna pull that off next because that's what was leaking. Okay, I'm removing the crankshaft seal, the front crankshaft seal. I got a pulley here, this little crowbar, and I'm able to slide it out. It's just the right angle. I'm gonna use this old bent up screwdriver. There it is. It's the old seal that was leaking. Now to install the new parts. Okay, I was able to find a bolt. The thread size for the crankshaft is M12 by 150, 1.50. So I was able to find a bolt long enough to use this tool to push in the new crankshaft seal. So with this in, now I'm going to put in the harmonic balancer. Okay, here's my setup with the harmonic balancer installer. So I got the there's a nut here and there's this bearing. You got this shaft and there's a bolt here. And there's a little piece on the inside here that adapts to your crankshaft size. And you just put it together like this, snug this up. You take a wrench, I use this crunchy wrench here, and this 14mm wrench right here where my thumb is. And you hold this 14mm wrench, and then you turn it clockwise with this wrench. And it screws or pushes the harmonic balancer onto the crankshaft. Takes two hands, that's why I couldn't film it. But got that on. And I'm gonna take it all off and torque in the crankshaft harmonic balancer bolt. That's what I'm gonna do next. Okay, this is the strap I use. I have it wrapped around the harmonic balancer, and that holds, this here holds the pulley in place while I tighten down this bolt here. Held enough for me to torque it down to specs, and I got the harmonic balancer installed. Next I'm going to do is put on the power steering stretch belt, which was the same as the removal using the special tool. Okay, there's my tool on. I'm turning the crankshaft in the clockwise position with a ratchet, and it should stretch the belt back onto this power steering pump pulley. And there's the power steering pulley, the belt on the pulley and on the crankshaft, using the stretch belt tool. Okay, next I'm going to put on the drive belt for the AC and the alternator, which is that one right there. And the new tensioner is going to be installed because the other one failed on this car. So that's pretty easy to do. So that's what I'll be doing next. Okay, here I have the, I got a new Serpentine belt tensioner. And then I installed the new serpentine belt in. Here's my tool here. I'm able to push it down this direction, this way, and little elbow grease. I got the serpentine belt in there. So here's the serpentine belt on. The next thing to do is to start the car and check for leaks. So I'm going to start, I'm going to let it run for a good minute, maybe like 5. Okay, the engine's been running for a good minute. The ground is dry. I don't see any signs of leaks from there or around here it was before. So that's how I installed the front crankshaft seal on a 2008 Ford Taurus. Thanks for watching.